by a point in Sydney, while the Bombers annihilated the Sydney team by 73 points in the return engagement in round 12. The Swans, however, did win at Windy Hill back in 1982. Essendon took over league leadership last week after Hawthorn were beaten by Geelong, while the Swans' defeat had cost them a place in the 5, so could they get back in? Our replay tonight begins at the start of the match, the opening of the first quarter, and with me in the commentary box is Lou Richards.
The first quarter from Windy Hill, umpire Neville Nash comes in to bounce the ball in our match of the day between the Sydney Swans and Essendon. Not a bad crowd in attendance. Torbett gets the first tap out. Chance in there for Evans, and going in also solidly for the Bombers was Thompson. The umpire has found it will be a ball up. Umpire Peter Cameron, and he also had charge of the match last Sunday at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Knocked down by Madden. Couldn't get it clear of the pack though. Free kick has been found. Could have almost been a 15-metre penalty. It's going to the Swans. Now the hand pass comes out to Bernie Evans. Evans a long kick up towards centre half forward, trying to find Kappa. Frangalis is there, gets offloaded by Walsh. Chance for Kappa. Gets one in the back. Just about out of bounds. Cox. Frangalis catches him well. A chance for Brady. Left foot snapshot is close. He might have put it through. Goal! That's a great start for the Swans. Craig Brady's 50th game. It couldn't have been a better start for him, Lou.
Certainly a great goal, and of course a very encouraging one for the Swans, because a goal as quick as that will lift this side no end. We watch it again in replay. Cox got himself into a bit of trouble. Well tackled by Frangalis, and then we see Brady snap it up. Sometimes not the greatest kick in the world, but he snapped that one through for full points.
1.5 minutes gone. The Swans the first goal on the board, knocked down by Torbett, and he's had a great season at the centre bounces, but of course he's up against the top ruckman in the league at the moment. That's Simon Madden. His umpire Peter Cameron comes in to sort a couple of things out. It will be a bounce down. Very, very crowded down there. Of course, only 4 players allowed inside the square at the original bounce, but anything after that is open slather. Picked up by Rhys Jones, up towards centre half forward. Cox at the back, went to spoil. Oh, Merritt going through like a steam train. Beautifully done from the Bomber hard man. Now towards centre half forward. Smith is there. Over goes Bradbury. Looks for the hand pass. Up to Hawker. Salmon is there. Knocked away from him, but there could be a free kick. Essendon player is flattened. Who is that? That's Hawker. I didn't see what happened.
I think that Rhys Jones may have come on the scene a little bit late there and collected him. Of course, he kicked the ball down there to Salmon.
The umpire played on the shoulder downfield.
Yeah, well, just the same. Rhys Jones. He didn't see that. Both umpires had their eye down that into the ground, but Rhys Jones came on the scene very late. Doesn't look too good, this boy. Stunned him.
Should be a goal. And in fact, that levels the scores. Salmon puts the Bombers first on the board. It's a goal apiece after 2 minutes.
And of course, Hawker coming off the ground now. But Rhys Jones did arrive a bit late on the scene. He kicked the ball.
Here it is in replay.
Well, I don't know if we'll pick this up or not, but down he goes.
Watch the bottom of the frame. Apparently that's where it will be.
Now you watch this now. That's coming from Bradbury. Now Rhys Jones just collected him. I don't know whether he meant to do that or not, but still. Back in the centre. 6 points apiece. And this could be on for young and old with that sort of a start. The ball back there knocked out by Browning. Brady goes for a hand pass, picked up by Bradbury. The ball back up there towards the full forward position. The mark taken here by the Flying Dutchman, Paul van der Haar. And we see him going back into the box there. Let's hope he's okay, Hawker. Now, van der Haar would only be about 35 to 40 metres out from goal directly in front. There's the kick by van der Haar. It's a good one. It's well on its way. And it's 1 point. So the Bombers have hit the front into this quarter just on 3.5 minutes. 1 goal, 7 points. The Sydney Swans have 1 goal only. Ball back into play again. No one can take that mark. There's a chance now for Foy to take the ball away, playing his first game, worked his way up from the under-19s. Back it goes out wide. The Nell's got it, but the umpire said it'll be a free kick. It'll go to Carey. And Carey to take the free kick on the centre wing position. Well, van der Haar got on the scene pretty late there, and the mark going to Torbett. What an improved player this fellow is. Of course, he played with the Bombers a few years ago. There's Billy Pickett making headway there. His kick is not a good one. A chance for Wood to mark. He doesn't let him down. Wood grabs the ball, quickly plays on, drives it up there, and there's a mark to DANIHER.
Could have rattled that. There were 3 of them there.
Well, the Swans gave little... there's a bit of a go now between Van der Haar and Billy Picken. Umpire Cameron talking to Picken.
Van der Haar gave him one to go on with, and Picken retaliated.
Well, unfortunately, that's the way you get caught. The umpire always catches the second guy, never the first one. DANIHER from about 30 metres out directly in front. And that's okay, it's a goal, so the Bombers are now 2 goals, 113 to the Sydney Swans, 1 goal, 6 points into this quarter by just over 5 minutes.
Well, Essendon very quickly getting back onto even keel after Braddy snapped the first goal for the Swans, and there were 3 players would have marked that, and it was the skipper that finally came down with it, DANIHER, and he put it through. A simple shot, and you can see the replay there, Van der Haar dishing one out and Picken then getting caught. It's Essendon by 7 points at the 5.5-minute mark of the first quarter, knocked down by Madden. Baker trying to crash his way through. It was Donnell down towards half forward now. DANIHER again. Beautiful hand pass onto Williams. Williams up to full forward. Bradbury is there. Can't take the mark. Or has he? He's got it. Yes. What a grab. I thought he'd missed that. The ball rebounded from the hands, and he snatched it in at the second try for a great mark. Here it is again. Nowhere near getting that, and finally took a great grab. Bradbury generally a defender, but playing on the forward line at the moment.
Yeah, playing on the half-forward flank, Pete.
3 goals in 3 minutes for Essendon. And that's a great start for the Bombers. They're completely in command of this match at the moment. 3-1 to 6 points.
To get this film, we took a regular Nissan Bluebird sedan over some of the roughest roads in the Australian outback. As you can see, we travelled for thousands of kilometres and the car behaved perfectly. The Bluebird really is a strong car.
The Nissan Bluebird's total balance of toughness and technology worked for filmmaker Tony Cullerton, and it'll work for you. Bluebird sedans from only $8,705.
Come alive, come and drive, Nissan.
Priority check-in. Priority baggage. Flight deck club. Economy that feels more than economy. The only business class in Australia. First class luxury and legroom. The special care and attention, which is perhaps why more people fly TAA. And why TAA is Australia's leading airline. Fly number 1. Fly TAA, the friendly way.
Yami Lester was 12 years old when atomic bombs exploded over his sacred tribal grounds. Now he is seeking compensation for the total blindness he believes was caused by radiation fallout. And there's the latest on land tax, one of the hottest issues facing John Cain. In sport, the press compares Sir Donald Bradman and Vivian Richards, with views from players who've seen both of them batting at their peak. Sunday's best paper, Sunday Press, out tomorrow.
There are times when you may feel you need to be an Olympic all-rounder. You wish you had more energy. The reason, in part, may be due to an inadequate diet lacking in vitamins. So why not give your body a sporting chance? New Spartus is a high-potency sports formula of vitamins, minerals, plus electrolytes. Spartus with electrolytes. Give your body a sporting chance. Spartus at your chemist.
This Queen's Birthday long weekend, 7 Sport presents a special edition of the Big League. See all the excitement Monday when the Mighty Blues Carlton tackle Footscray. And then be there as Collingwood battle it out with the reigning premiers Hawthorn. The Big League, 7:30 Monday.
Be there.
Essendon defence moved right out of the goal square to give plenty of room for Salmon and Van der Haar. He could build a block of flats down there. 13 points the difference, 6.5 minutes gone. Madden again from the circle. The Swans swing into attack for only the second time in the match, up towards their full forward position. Cox is there, Kappa late on the scene. Barry round the snapshot, well off target, out of bounds on the full, and it will be a penalty free kick for Essendon to be taken by Duckworth.
Well, actually, that was a good kick by Barry round. There's a chance it could be out in the full. The boundary umpire goes down. Wood collected him properly. He's hurt too. I think he's pretty badly hurt down there. He's caught his knee, I think.
It doesn't look too good. Let's take a look at that again.
Yes, he's not the best, and they're calling the umpire's trainer over. It was a bit of bad luck, actually. Wood couldn't stop. No, that umpire's not too good at all. So we've got to get an emergency umpire now to take the place of the umpire. He's on his feet.
Well, Neville Nash, who umpired, or was the emergency umpire last week in Sydney, finished up umpiring on the boundary in the final quarter when a boundary umpire got injured there as well.
I think he's okay. That's good news. It was an accident.
Bernie Evans handballs the ball into the crowd.
What's happened here? That was a free kick. I think it was out of bounds on the full. Now the umpire...
I thought it was.
It was out of bounds on the full. The umpire's got to give a decision. I suppose he didn't see it. Well, that's a fair enough decision. That's the ruling. If he didn't see it, it's going to be a throw-in. It was quite obvious he couldn't have seen it.
Well, the Essendon crowd will be happy because otherwise it would have been a free kick against them.
Oh, there's a free kick to round, but the umpire ignored that one. But down they go left and right. They pile in here now. Finally, it's Williams getting one on the... Oh, he said hold the ball. And the free kick will go to Williams, and Kappa to take the free kick about 50 metres out from goal. There's Kappa coming in for the kick. It could be too far. It's a good kick. Up there towards Barry Round. He's outmanoeuvred. Great mark taken down there by Mirror. Doing a pretty good job as he goes out wide. Elshaw's got the ball out there at half back. Bombers looking good. The ball goes back to Carey. It bounces the wrong way. Oh! Over the top that time was Roberts, and the free kick will go there to Carey. Out wide again to Elshaw. He's had a great last couple of games, this fellow. Been a great player. Oh, beautiful mark. He's paying against his mark. No, he didn't hold it. Against DANIHER.
We got a nice old nudge in the back there. That's what he paid.
Ball back into play again. Up it goes to centre half forward, grabbed by Evans. He's grabbed that time by Thompson. Couldn't get clear. Down goes Morwood. Gets a hand pass out wide, but they're not giving the ball to their teammate. Grady now in trouble. A hand pass back to Hawke. A hurried kick up there, well intercepted by Duckworth, and the Bombers take the ball away from the danger zone. Oh, Ackley couldn't hold that one. Back it comes to Morwood. Over it goes again to Rhys Jones. Back to Ackley. Ackley there at half forward. Kicks the ball back up towards Barry Round. He juggles the ball. Couldn't hold. He's playing a free kick there to Duckworth.
It's Cox.
Cox it is.
Take the free kick. I don't think he paid the mark, surely. Must have been a free kick. Pick and flying from the back. Dennis Carroll should get there first. He does. Browning does the shepherding. Donnell there likewise, but it's out of bounds. And we'll see a boundary throw in centre wing position. 10 minutes gone, first quarter. Quite lively opening. Madden and Torbett. Won by Torbett. Williams. Oh, he gets tripped up. Umpire says play on. Down to Dennis Carroll. He got one too high. And he comes out of it with the free kick. Dennis Carroll, short of left centre wing. Goes for the long kick. Frangalis is the high flyer. Can't complete the mark. It rebounds to Thompson. Thompson out wide. Watson takes the mark, or has he taken the mark? No, he'll probably get a free kick anyway because Rhys Jones got into his back. And Timmy Watson will take the ball from right centre wing. He plays on. Lobs it really high. DANIHER. Second chance. Hand pass for Wood. Overruns it. Salmon, the fish, and a snapshot for goal is off target and through for one behind. So Essendon now 3 goals 2. The Swans 1 goal. A few umbrellas going up as the ball was booted back into play. Rhys Jones in front. Donnell from behind tries to go to spoil, but it's a Rhys Jones mark. He's at left half-back flank. Short pass to Ackley, playing today in a sleeveless jersey, most unusual for him. It's like the Melbourne weather. Merritt having a great first quarter, Roger Merritt, and gets a 15-metre penalty. The hand pass is on to Bradbury. Bradbury up towards centre field. Madden is on his own there. Chips it up towards full forward. DANIHER. And DANIHER could put this into the street without too many problems. He'll certainly get the distance. He's only about 30 metres out from goal on this, by today's standards anyway, short Essendon ground. That's a goal. Essendon looking great in the first quarter. 12 minutes gone. The Bombers 4-2. The Swans languishing on 1 goal.
We've seen a whole lot of champions in Australia. On Rank Arena, Australia's favourite.
To be a champion, you need the right sort of technological backup. Rank Arena are champions because for years they've had the experience and technology of NEC behind them. And now you'll find the NEC name right up there with Rank Arena. with new ideas like the high-resolution picture tube for superior contrast and colour. You know Rankarina. Now get to know NEC.
It's another way to say our favourite colour TV.
I got a mate. I got a mate. I got a mate. Call Mazda. Introducing the tough new Mazda E. Tough and versatile, because only the new E-Series has all these options. 4 engines, even the big 2-litre. Petrol or diesel, single or dual wheels, 3 wheelbases, rack and pinion, front discs, huge load space, plus luxury and comfort where it counts. You got a new Mazda E, you got one tough mate.
Mazda.
If you have a taste for a life of ease, it's something delicious that is bound to please. A biscuit so different, you will agree. On its Calypso creams, on its Calypso creams. Take a crunchy biscuit, flavored chocolate, add a dollop of cream, flavored peppermint. Together they make an irresistible team. On its Calypso creams, on its Calypso creams.
For thousands of years, lovers have been coming to this island. Lovers. Sun lovers. Lovers of luxury. Lovers. Culture lovers. Lovers. Fun lovers.
For anything under the sun.
The island is Bali.
Go now while Bali's most luxurious hotels are giving every couple $200 pocket money.
Sunday, Rob Roy McGregor leads their Scottish clans in the rebellion to enthrone their own Stuart King.
The price of rebellion, McGregor.
Escaping the English, an outlaw becomes a legend.
I'll lead his lordship such a cheat.
Rob Roy, Sunday, 6:30 on the wonderful world of Disney.
We pick up play now at the start of the final quarter. Essendon leading by 34 points.
4 points. They outscored the Bombers in the third quarter, kicking 4-2 to 2-1. Can they go on with it in the final term? Thompson, hand pass to Eustace. That slews off the side of the boot out towards the point of the square. Browning goes for the punch, didn't make very good contact. The umpire has found a free kick. It's going to the Swans. Browning, who's gone for a hurried hand pass out to Foy. They made a mess of that one, picked up by Hughes. Down towards half forward, and Hughes taking the mark. Actually, that was Foy before. Hughes, a long shot at goal. They can get this one. They're really back in business. But he's off target, and that's out of bounds. Big Merritt has the free kick. Brings it towards the press box wing. Madden is the flyer, knocked away by Rhys Jones. Chance for Donnell. And we'll see a bounce down, almost in the forward pocket for the Swans. Kicking the end. It is favoured by a slight breeze, probably a 2 to 3 goal win. Nothing more. Brady and Madden. Eustace. Bradbury runs into plenty of trouble, picked up by Walsh. Out towards centre wing, and the mark is taken by Steve Torben. He gives it over toward Browning, the best kick in the side. Browning to centre half forward. Walsh goes the spoil. Knocked away by Brady, picked up by Duckworth. Gets it back towards the point of the square. The bounce favours Watson. Oh, beautifully done, Timmy Watson. Snares it well on centre wing, and away goes the Essendon champ. Down towards right half forward flank. Looks for DANIHER, running backwards with the flight of the ball. Good defence there by his brother. The two doing battle. Essendon skipper getting ridden into the ground and looking for a free kick. The umpire says no. Out comes Eustace. Kick doesn't travel too far. Didn't have to. Salmon.
Well, Billy Pickett had no hope that time. It was too high for him, and of course this great height of this fellow just put him out of business completely, Pete.
So Salmon from 20 metres out will just about make the game safe for Essendon. He's already kicked forward, has a hand in a couple of others. Salmon from close in. I think he might have missed it. Or was it? Yes, through for one behind to Essendon. He's kicked 4-3 now. Paul Salmon out of Essendon's total of 16-13.
So it's 35 points the difference. Just over the 2-minute mark of this last quarter. And of course, that's not an impossible margin to be down if you're good enough. There's the crowd round about the 25,000 mark today. Of course, there's 3 games on Monday as the ball goes out wide. Ackley couldn't mark that, but backs up as usual. A long hand pass coming out there to Dennis Carroll. Now's the chance for the Sydney Swans to swing back into attack. A long kick up there towards the full forward position. It hits the deck. Picked up by Thompson. A good hand pass out to Duckworth. They've combined well down there today. He's grabbed, loses the ball. Down they go, left and right. DANIHER came out of the pack, picked up by Madden. A hand pass out to Neagle. Neagle's kickers are hurried once. Oh, couldn't smother that one out there, Torbett. Finally picked up by DANIHER. I see the two brothers are playing on each other, and a mark taken down there by Smith. A quick hand pass coming over to Billy Pickett. He's gone for a short pass. It's all right. And the mark taken there by Dennis Carroll. Dennis Carroll's long kickers, one that falls a bit short. Oh, Moore dropped an easy one that time. In down goes Chilcott. Umpire's found a free kick. He's calling play on now as Watson breaks clear. Goes for the long kick over the half-forward line. Salmon comes in, goes for the punch on, looking for Hawker. Hawker's got the ball. He's put off balance. It's going to the goal, but it's through for 1 point. So the difference now 36 points. We approach the 4-minute mark. 110 plays 74. But full marks to the Sydney Swans. They have put up a better performance since half-time. Short pass. Now it's DANIHER with the ball. Gets around Merritt pretty easily. Goes for a kick up there towards centre half forward. Well, they all missed that. Carey tried to get the pack, but it's Walsh finally coming out with it. Goes out wide looking for Neagle on his own. They'll give a hand pass over now to Bradbury, making good position out there on the centre wing position. Finally drives the ball back there towards the... there's Billy Pickett going over the pack. Picked up by Madden. A hand pass to Donnell. Donnell gives the ball over to Williams, back to Salmon. The big fella's got a turn. He snaps it goal and he's put it through. No one reached the distance. And finally punched through that time by Hughes. That was Torbett, and through for 1 point. So it's 37 points the difference. So they're hanging in there very faintly, but they're there, Pete.
Where there's life, there's hope, Lou.
Any national TV or video you buy this year will still be under warranty in 1987.
Those special moments when we are together, made so special with Arnott's chocolate biscuits.
It's Arnott's chocolate biscuit time again. Arnott's mint slice, peppermint cream covered in the finest dark chocolate. TV snacks, crispy and bite-sized, coated in the finest chocolate.
Those special moments when we are together.
Arnott's chocolate biscuits.
Yami Lester was 12 years old when atomic bombs exploded over his sacred tribal grounds. Now he is seeking compensation for the total blindness he believes was caused by radiation fallout. And there's the latest on land tax, one of the hottest issues facing John Cain. In sport, the press compares Sir Donald Bradman and Vivian Richards, with views from players who've seen both of them batting at their peak. Sunday's best paper, Sunday Press, out tomorrow.
What do you know when you're an officer in the Army Reserve? When you're miles from anywhere with just a map and a compass and 30 soldiers under your command. When you're an officer in the Army Reserve, you know you're in charge. Army Reserve officer training is part-time. Applications are now open. For details, call this number. Achieve something for yourself.
4-1, Roger, out.
Become an officer in the Army Reserve.
Sunday, 7:30 in Kingswood Country. A talent scout is looking for a macho man for commercials. But Ted? At 8 o'clock, we carry on laughing with Sid James and the Carry On Gang. Sundays on 7, it's Kingswood Country and Carry On Laughing.
Play left, so it's time for the Swans to give it a shake, but Essendon have stood firm right throughout the afternoon. 5 minutes gone, and Browning brings the ball back into play. A short pass to DANIHER, and he takes the mark in the back pocket. Little chip shot further afield to Bernie Evans, marking in front of Baker. Evans again, a short pass out to the wing position to the Swans' best player in Ackerley. Long kick by David Ackerley, down towards full forward and round, almost took the mark, snares it well, plays on, hooks it back, only travels about 10 metres. In fact, it's not far enough for it to be marked. We'll see a ball up. No, we won't. It's taken by Chilcott. Out to Evans. Hughes does the shepherding, but didn't shepherd him well enough. Bradbury, left half-back flank. Started at half-forward flank. And they scored a goal today. Bradbury's kick up towards the left half-forward flank. Well, Roberts got a nudge in the back. The umpire calls play on. Williams right behind him. Paddles the ball ahead of him. And likewise, Merritt would have come out with a free too, because Carroll seemed to stumble into him, but it's a boundary throw-in. Left half-forward flank for Essendon. 111 plays 74. 2 Talbot had a fresh air shot, but he might get a free kick. It's against Roger Merritt. Talbot at right half-back. Lobs the ball high towards centre field. Walsh goes to spoil, not effectively. Picked up by Cox. Cox on to Thompson. Back to Cox. One of the quickest players in the VFL. Cox's kick up towards the half-forward line. Madden, strong grab. DANIHER. And he's just about Essendon's best player. 24 possessions. Looks for Salmon. And he'd be in their best as well. Paul Salmon has kicked 4-3 so far. He missed one a little bit closer in before. Can he kick this one?
Well, he's got a chance. Only about 25 to 30 metres out from goal. Difference now 37 points. Going for goal number 5. On its way, and that's a goal. Into the last quarter by 7 minutes. It's 17 goals, 15, 117 Essendon. The Sydney Swans, 11 goals, 874. Well, that just about sealed the Swans' doom, but I don't think they had a chance to any coach, but they were showing a little bit of life. There's the pass coming out just how he likes it. Right in front, so it's up high enough so they can't reach it. Elshaw back on the ground, and Eustace off.
7.5 minutes gone, final term. 117 plays 74.
Ball back there, 43 points the difference in favour of the Bombers. Donnell fumbles that one. Back it goes to Watson. That time it came from Walsh. Ball knocked down. The umpire's found a free kick against DANIHER, and it'll go to Browning. Browning goes for a short pass. Oh, it didn't gather any distance. Finally picked up by Foy. Did a bit of fancy footwork there to get around his opponent, Baker. Over the head of the pack. A chance now for the Sydney Swans to get the ball down to their forward pocket, but they're backing up well. Thompson gets it out wide. Carey goes for a short kick, but it's safe, and it's out of bounds, and it'll be a throw in about 50 metres around from the Sydney Swans goal. They're 11 goals, 8 trailing Essendon 17-15. And of course the Bombers off to a great start in that first half of the match. That's killed the Sydney Swans so far. Duckworth's grab. Finally a hand pass coming back from Hughes over to Ackley. Another long one back to Brady. Brady straightens up with a left footer. And it's not a bad sort of a kick. I think it might be a goal. It is. That's his third. Not much life coming from the crowd there, but it doesn't matter. They're still putting up a valiant effort.
Scoreboard 12-8-74. The Sydney Swans, Essendon 17-15, 1-1-7. Ackley, long hand pass. He really has been a great player for his team today. And Brady, good left foot snapshot on the run, put it through for his third goal. So it's 82-1-1-7.
Well, it's 37 points the difference, just over the 9-minute mark of this last quarter. Well, the ball bounced now. It's knocked out by Madden. A fumble that time by Reece Jones. Gets a hand pass back to Bernie Evans. And they go back into attack again. Round in front, punched away that time by Vanderhaar. Now playing at fullback. A hand pass comes back to Hughes. A left foot snap at the goal. It's not bad. Oh, it's in. Oh, they're bouncing back okay. Have they got enough time to win this one?
2 goals to Hughes, 17-15, 1-1-7 to 13-8-86.
Well, that's making their score look a lot better. Makes it 31 points the difference now, and we might have a ball game on our hands at last. They want another goal, and they could be back really fighting to win this one. There's the kick. Nice goal by Hughes. That's his second.
Sevens big league from Windy Hill. 10 minutes gone in the final quarter. 31 points the difference. That's the closest the Swans have been since the first term. Down to Reece Jones. Wayne Carroll tried to grab it. Picked up by Evans. Threads his way through the pack well. High kick to half forward. Underneath it is Chilcott. Could have nudged his opponent out, but he's been paid the mark. Arthur Chilcott at right half forward flank, about 50 metres from goal. Need to be a mammoth kick to score from there. You can see the line there of the centre square. Still inside it. Right on the edge now. Chilcott. Good kick at goal. Looks pretty good. It might even be there. Oh, it's there.
Oh, you don't mind, Peter.
Chilcott's first goal, and the Swans belatedly pegging the Bombers back. Sevens big league scoreboard now. 17-15, 1-1-7 to 14-8-92.
Well, there we go, back into action again. Bernie Evans, one of their most consistent players all day. I think that's about his 28th or 29th possession. And Chilcott could have been a bit doubtful, but it was a fine goal.
11 minutes gone, 3 goals in 3 minutes for the Swans. The crowd's come to light because it's been all Essendon most of the afternoon. Wayne Carroll's kick up towards right half forward. And again, Chilcott takes the mark at half forward. Onto Hughes. High ball in towards centre forward. Rounders there. Oh, great mark taken by Van der Haar. That's what Essendon wanted. 10 marks to Van der Haar. He's really played well today as it comes out finally to Bradbury from Watson. Out towards the half-back line and the mark juggled. Yes, it's been paid to Mervyn Eagle.
25 points the difference. The ball back to Evans. He smothers that one. In goes Ackley. A hand pass to Chilcott. Oh, he's down. They pounce on top of him. A ball up. Well, you wouldn't have given them a hope to get this close to the Bombers. They're only 25 points the difference. And we've got about 20 minutes to go, I'd reckon, so it's not beyond them to win it. Wood on the ground. As we wait now for the ball to come back, the umpire's found a free kick. That might be what the Bombers need, a hand pass coming over to Thompson. He's in a bit of trouble here. He's got to get out of this one. He gets a hand pass back to Walsh. Back it goes to Neagle. A bit of a fumble. Now's a chance for him to go back into attack. The ball back there towards centre half forward. Oh, DANIHER. What a game this fellow's played. I think the Bombers might have been a bit on the Larry side for a while here. That's what the Sydney Swans jumped them a bit here. 25 points the difference. Let's see whether the Bombers can hold them. Can the Sydney Swans hold them out? That's a good kick. They're all firing as they go for Donnell to fire at the goals, but he's off target. He's put him out wide. Not out of business yet. It's still in play. A chance now for Ackley. What a game this fellow's played. Ackley going for a bit of a trot there at half back. Goes for the long kick. Chilcott couldn't pick it up. There's a chance now for the ball to be picked up by Hawke. He's down. Well tackled by Bradbury. They pile on top of him. And there'll be a ball up. But it's still in the Sydney Swans attacking zone. Only about 55 metres out from their goal. There was a chance that time for Hawke.
Good tackle, though.
Good tackle by Bradbury. Ball knocked out again. Finally cleared away by Carey. It's a wild kick out of bounds. A chance now for Evans to take this free kick. And I should imagine he'll go for a long one unless someone makes a move here and try and get it up to Barry Round. I think Barry's only taken 2 marks for the match, so he's due to take another couple. The 15-metre penalty, but the distance is too far for him to kick a goal, I would say. But he's got the breeze right behind him. By golly, if he kicks this one, it'll make a heck of a difference in the game. There's the kick. Oh, it falls a bit short. Dropped by Van der Haar, and the ball is out of bounds, but it's only about 10 metres around from the Sydney Swans goal. So the difference still 25 points. By golly, a goal here would make this a heck of a game as it's knocked out now to Ackley. A quick hurried kick at goal right across the face of goals, and this time it's out of bounds. About 10 metres around from the goal, but on the other side of the ground. 92 the Sydney Swans to Essendon 117. Just over the 14-minute mark. Oh, Walsh went without the ball. Barry Round can't pick it up. He runs back into trouble. Now the umpire's going to ball it up just on the kick-off mark.
14 and a half minutes gone in this final quarter. The Swans the closest they've been for 2.5 quarters. Knocked down by Round. Ball up again. Round and Wayne Carroll there for the Swans. Big Madden towering above most of them as the ruck work for Essendon. By G's a good player. Down to Ackley though, and he has a snapshot, but it's off target and through for one behind to the Swans. And that takes their scoreboard to 14-9. 93 to 117, a difference of 24 points.
It's on again. The Holden Dealers Gold Medal Chimera Deals. Your last chance to score $1,000 cash back.
I needed a lot of space. I got it in Chimera wagon, and I got a $1,000 bonus as well.
Chimera's a real winner, and so am I. With $1,000 cash back, I got a cheque for $1,000, and I'll get the $250 government rebate.
Lots of space.
It's the best deal I've ever had. I'm going to tell me mate.
Hurry. $1,000 Chimera cashback bonuses definitely end June 30.
Black & Decker announced the passing of an age and the arrival of a new one. Spotlighter, the ultimate torch. In its recharger holder, it's always ready where you can find it, when you need it, and ready to go anywhere. Think of the money you'll save on batteries. Think of never being let down by a torch again. The Spotlighter from Black & Decker. It makes ordinary torches obsolete. Black & Decker. New ideas for all the jobs Australia has to do.
A dose of flu or a really bad head cold can knock you right off your feet. The moment it does, take extra strength Codral flu and cold tablets. With aspirin and codeine to relieve headache, body aches and pains and reduce the fever, plus a special drying agent to help you breathe again, you'll be back on your feet fast. Take extra strength Codral flu and cold tablets and walk away from flu. Use only as directed. If symptoms persist, see your doctor.
That's the hard way to an Olympic record. But Kellogg's cornflakes have a much easier way. It's the new Olympic record, Carry the Flame. Relive the triumphs and tragedies of the world's greatest athletes. Here, Tina Arenas carried the Flame theme, all for just $5.95, and $1 of that helps the Aussie team in '84. Plus, one record in 4 wins a great prize. Carry the Flame, the new Olympic record, only from Kellogg's cornflakes. At $5.95, it's as good as gold.
Nowhere in the pages of history can one find a greater champion of justice. The Lone Ranger rides again.
The legend of the Lone Ranger for the first time on television, Sunday 8:30 on 7.
Now playing full-back. Played a good game up forward in the opening couple of quarters. Has a couple of goals to his credit. Kevin Sheedy likes versatility in his side and swings players around willy-nilly. DANIHER towards the outer side, looks for and finds Walsh, but the umpire didn't pay the mark. Thought he held it long enough. Bradbury's hand pass on the wood, right on the boundary line. Former Tiger skipper up towards centre wing. Browning is there, gets an unfavourable bounce. It goes to Smith. Hot in pursuit is Baker, but the ball beats both of them over the boundary line, and we'll see a throw-in on centre wing on the outer side of the ground. Talbot and Merritt to do the ruck work for their respective sides. Knocked down by Merritt. It goes to Hughes. He's tackled well by Thompson. Runs into plenty of trouble. And the umpire has played holding the ball. Free kick to Thompson, just short of left centre wing for Essendon. Thompson fires it to half forward. Rhys Jones is the flyer. Can't complete the mark. And umpire Peter Cameron has decided on a bounce just off the edge of the centre square in Essendon's attacking zone. Just over the 16-minute mark. 117 plays 93. Backhanded by Merritt, picked out by Wayne Carroll. He's caught a little bit slow. Oh, gives it straight to the opposition and Williams. Williams up the full forward. Salmon can't take the mark. Baker backs him up well, fires the hand pass out. Daniher's there, too long for him. Went to his brother Anthony. The Swans now get out of danger through Talbot. Back towards centre field. A chance for Morwood if he can gather it in. It doesn't bounce too well for him. Now he's got it. Morwood onto Chilcott. Oh, bad hand pass. Hughes caught, holding the ball. Free kick to Essendon. Good tackle. Neagle to take the free kick.
Well, they had a chance then, but they had nowhere to go, the Sydney Swans. Neagle with the free kick, a short pass. It'll be okay, and the mark taken here by Donnell on the centre wing position. 24 points the difference in favour of the Bombers. Madden couldn't hold that mark. See Roberts getting a hurried kick out. Down goes Talbot. Ball picked up now by Elshaw over to Donnell. Donnell goes for a pass, looking for Salmon. Well played that time by Smith. Takes the ball away from down goes, but it'll be a free kick to Smith, the one on the back. Gives a hand pass to Billy Pickett. Another long hand pass coming out to Daniher. This is dangerous, but backing up well as Evans. Spins away from Baker. Gets around him the second time. Goes for a pass out wide. It's too long there for Dennis Carroll, but he won't give in. Taps the ball on in front of Watson. Good play. He's grabbed. Down he goes. The umpire's going to pay him a free kick for a push in the back. A good decision by the umpire, and well played by Dennis Carroll. There's the kick by Carroll, a long one. No one can take the mark. Comes out to Brady. He goes down. They pile in there, and the umpire's going to ball it up on the Sydney Swans half-forward line, about 50 metres out from their goal. They're trailing by 24 points. Just on the 18-minute mark of this last quarter. They badly need a goal. They're going to have a chance this game. It comes back here now, and the mark taken here by Hughes. And Hughes has already kicked 2 goals.
He looks a likely sort of a Colt.
Yes, he's tried very hard today, but he's a good distance out from goal. So at least 50 metres. Gone for the long kick, looking for Round and Brady. No one can take the mark. Tapped down, and Nagel swoops on the ball. A hand pass to Thompson. It comes back in out of Daniher. He's well collared by Rhys Jones. Donnell goes down. Nearly a free kick to Donnell. We see Elshaw getting a hand pass back to Nagel, but he's in trouble. Grabs Roberts. and they're really throwing themselves after it now. And the ball, there's a bit of a box on here. Umpire Ness trying to get rid of him. Roberts letting one go there. Rhys Jones at the back. Just on the 19-minute mark, and still 24 points the difference. There'll be a ball up on the edge of the square out towards the wing position. Ball tapped down to Carroll. Couldn't pick it up. It's Talbot getting the ball. There's a free kick. It'll go to Carroll. Now, this fella's usually a pretty good kick. We're at the 19-minute mark. He goes for the long kick. And he must hope now with a Barry round or Brady can mark it. And Barry round is due for a mark. I'll tell you that now. I can't guarantee the result of the kick. There it is, a long one looking for Round. Got one hand to it, couldn't hold the mark. Picked up here by Timmy Watson. And he runs and goes for a pass. Oh, he's fouled. It'll be down the ground. And a silly play on the part of the Sydney Swans. And the free kick to go to DANIHER. There's a box on in the middle of the ground. He's gone for a pass, looking there for Sam, and the big fella couldn't hold the mark. But he shows plenty of agility, taps the ball on, grabbed by Elshaw. He runs into Evans, gets a short kick back now. The big fella can't pick it up. Merritt kicked off the ground that time by Foy. Bradbury lost sight of it, and they're really throwing themselves. It comes out to Bernie Evans. He's in trouble. Spins out of the pack. He's grabbed, but back to Hawke it goes. A hand pass coming out wide now to Carroll. A long shot at goal. And what's the result? Oh, it's 1 point, so it's 23 points the difference. A fine effort put up by the Sydney Swans in this last quarter, and they've really got the Bombers fighting here at the moment.
14-10 to 17-15 as Van der Haar brings the ball back into play. Van der Haar playing at full-back. Hawke has it smothered. Another chance for Evans, who's been one of the Swans' leading possession gatherers this afternoon. On to Wood, couldn't take it. Got it again, Hawke. Van der Haar, good spoil from the back. Watson backing him up, playing in defence at the moment, Watson. Doing some good work down there too. Looks for Wood, and Wood doesn't let him down. Essendon just a little bit too steady in this crisis.
There's about 11 minutes to go, Pete, I'd reckon.
Well, still time. Been a good fight back by them, but of course Essendon answering the challenge. Now to Smith and out of bounds. The throw-in will take place on centre wing. 21 minutes gone. 117 to 94, a difference of 23 points. Talbot and Madden. Knocked down to Ackley, easily the Swans' best player. Ackley up to half forward. Watson doesn't get a good bounce. It goes to Round, who fumbles at the crucial moment, and he holds his opponent but he's not in possession, and Thompson will take the free kick. Thompson towards the outer side. Big Madden got one hand to it, couldn't take the mark. Out it comes to Elshaw again, on to Wood. Wood gets around Wayne Carroll, looks for a hand pass, he's got it in Neagle. Neagle likes to go for the run. Puts it up high for Big Salmon, he's there, and marks! 6 marks to Salmon. And his opponents invariably suffer from that disease, salmonella, but look at that for a grab. He's just too tall. And I'll tell you what, he's got a pretty safe pair of hands as well, hasn't he? Very rarely misses those. 5 goals to Salmon so far, and he's had a hand in a couple of others. It was a beautiful palm out to DANIHER earlier in the match at the other end, a real gem. This will sew the game up for Essendon if he can kick it. 22 minutes have gone in the final quarter. Salmon receiving plenty of advice.
Taking a kick this quick.
Could almost be penalised for wasting time. He doesn't miss. It looks okay. Goal umpire says full points, and Essendon now 18-15, 123. The Swans 14-10, 94.
Sevens Big League is part of the 1984 Nissan VFL Premiership season.
It was as near as the Swans got. Essendon went away with 2 further goals after that. They led by 47 points at quarter time and finished up winning the match by 41 points. Main goal kickers for Essendon, Salmon got 7 and DANIHER 4, and for the Swans, Brady got 3 goals. In the statistics department, Essendon on top in just about every position. 31 more kicks, 15 more marks, 18 more handballs, and 19 more hit-outs. And after the match, I went into the Essendon rooms and spoke first of all to their coach, Kevin Sheedy.
Oh, well, yeah, because, you know, in the third quarter, I didn't feel that our players really pushed themselves hard enough. And but when the game was there to be won, I was very impressed with the way our players' endeavour lifted at, say, you know, the 15-minute mark of the last quarter, and then we we kick 3 or 4 goals quickly.
And Salmon, of course, again, another great contribution.
Yes, I'm not sure. He must have kicked about 7 or something here. And, oh, yes, if he can just keep kicking 7, I'll be happy, and maybe a little bit straighter.
A special guest in the Bomber rooms after the game was Federal Opposition Leader Andrew Peacock. As the #1 Essendon supporter, he was elated at the win, especially as Prime Minister Bob Hawke is the #1 Swan supporter. Well, Andrew, you're doing a Bob Hawke. You're a winner.
Oh, we've been winning well all season. What are you talking about, Pete? But this was a very good win today because they came back after we had a very good first quarter. Swans came back very, very well, and I thought our blokes saw it through well, having played night game on Tuesday.
I believe you've taken some money from the Prime Minister, is that right?
That's right. I gave him 5 goals in. He wanted 10 goals in, but I negotiated down to 5, so he's got to pay up.
Will you be worried about the assets test now?
He's getting rid of his assets now, isn't he?
When Adelaide this afternoon, it was a thriller in the interstate match, and Western Australia won it right on the siren by the narrowest of margins, 1 point. A score kicked by former Tiger champion Robert Wiley gave the Sandgropers victory, and the final scores were 14-14 to 14-13. In the rooms after the match, Harvey Deegan spoke to Peter Bosustow about his controversial, headline-grabbing and seemingly never-ending football career.
Peter Bosustow, congratulations on a tremendous game up at full forward. How hard was it up there for you?
Pretty slippery right throughout the match, Harvey, but it's great to win, and you can see in the rooms now we're really enjoying it, but very, very hard fought all day. I'm pretty pleased with my own game. Toddy wanted a particular job, and hopefully I did it for Western Australia.
Yes, you certainly did. News that came through this morning no doubt would gladden your heart, I suppose, in the light of the result, and it is confirmed, is it not, that you will definitely be playing the rest of your football this season with Perth?
Yes, well, it was a bit of a misunderstanding, I think, Harvey. That's probably the biggest of it at the moment. Carlton and Perth were negotiating during the week, of course, on the contract, or on the rest of the season, I should say, unable to come to some sort of agreement. So Mr. Sporting and I sat down last night for about half an hour, worked things right out, and now I've decided to continue playing with Perth for the rest of the season. So I'm very happy with that.
And we'll be having highlights of that game a little bit later on during the program. And incidentally, because of the split round, there's no TAB phone account competition tonight. You're watching Sevens Big League. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more of the action from today's matches in just a moment.
Next on Sevens Big League, Tommy Hafey returns to the MCG with his Cats in a fierce battle against the Tigers.
No matter how you plan to spend your retirement, one thing you're going to want is security. And that's exactly what Westpac's Club 55 offers. An investment package that gives you a high rate of interest paid monthly. Free advice on anything to do with your retirement or your money. Excellent travel benefits. And free access to all the advantages of our national electronic banking system. Most of all, it gives you a secure start to the rest of your life. Club 55 from Westpac, the bank.
These are members of an exclusive club. Cars with successful fuel-injected engines. Now, meet the newest member, world-class Commodore by Holden. New electronic injection delivers 27% more power than any previous Holden system. With safer overtaking through faster acceleration. Experience world-class power with Commodore electronic injection.
When you're taking medicine, it's important to measure the dose. But what about when you're spraying medicine into your stuffy nose? Now, this new Otrivin measured dose delivers an exact dose into each nostril as a gentle mist. So not only is Otrivin a gentle, effective, long-lasting decongestant, it's also a measured dose. Ask your pharmacist for the new Otrivin measured dose nasal mist. Otrivin, the one that begins with O.
Europe and Britain by car. Wheels Abroad now offer you Europe at your own pace in a brand new car from an all-inclusive rate of $4.40 a day. Get your copy of Australia's #1 European self-drive program and our new Britain by car program from your participating travel agent, or call Wheels Abroad on Sydney 99 77 000 or toll-free 008 22 6911.
From the pages of James A. Michener's thundering bestseller comes the beauty, the brutality, the spectacle of Caravans, starring Anthony Quinn, Jennifer O'Neill, and Michael Saracen. James A. Michener's Caravans, Wednesday, 8:30.
Saturday night. Saturday
Stay with us as we join Richmond and Geelong at the MCG. Meet two of the stars of the game. Listen to the football news interpreted by the inimitable Scott Palmer. See the Demons move into football heaven against the Saints and analyse all the statistics of this memorable first half of the Queen's Birthday round on 7's Big League.
Well, today's Richmond-Geelong clash at the MCG took on new significance after the Cats' meritorious win over then-league leaders Hawthorn last week. More so again following the Tigers' surprise loss to the improving Melbourne side. Richmond selectors, however, didn't hit the panic button, making only one compulsory change, while their Geelong counterparts brought back the experienced Mark Jackson, retaining his more than adequate stand-in Darren Flanagan and moving him to a forward pocket. Last time they met, the Tigers fell in by a point at VFL Park. That was in round 14 last year. The Cats, though, winning by 48 points earlier in the year at DANIHER Park. Tonight we join the play at the start of the last quarter. Our commentators at the cricket ground are Sandy Roberts and Bob Skilton.
8 points the margin as we go into the final term here at the MCG, favouring the visitors, the Cats, after a great first half with the Tigers back in the third term, and it's Lee who sets them on sail once again. Reynoldson threw the ball out in front, taken however by Mossop. He's in trouble, gets it across the front, smothered by Lee. Almost kicks it out of Rioli's arms, but Morris goes in again. Out he comes to Lee. Lee's kick is smothered. No one able to take it away. O'Keefe tries to push it out. Eventually Lee gets the handball away. Egan it is across to Wall. Wall sets goalwards with a long kick to pull forward. Taylor! What a mark! Put that one down for World of Sports. Mark of the day tomorrow.
Taylor.
Playing from behind again.
I can only repeat, if I were Paul Jeffries, I would be playing Taylor from behind.
I can't hear you, Bobby, from up here, and Taylor has kicked 6. The opportunity to make the margin just 2 points. Into the crowded stand of Richmond supporters will go this football. Taylor goals, and back come the Tigers. 2 points the margin. Taylor has 7 of Richmond's 13, 13-13 to 13-15. Can the Cats answer?
On replay now. After quite a few fumbles, smothers, everything else that you could desire, up it goes, and Brian Taylor from behind. The knee to the back once again, and a knee to the jaw on that occasion. So maybe Brian Taylor's a little sore, but centre bounce. 2 points the margin. Mossop gets the tap this time. Off the ground it goes, out towards Bright. Terry Bright now, straightens up, has the long kick, puts it up to the square, where it's Jackson and Stewart. Up goes Stewart, Jackson, and takes the mark. Mark Jackson. A very quick answer. Brian Taylor with 7. Mark Jackson about to make it 2. Through the centre it goes. 2 goals in as many minutes. And once again, we see it an 8-point margin.
Great opening to the final term, 14-15 to 13-13 in replay. Stewart and Jackson. Jackson read it beautifully. And again, he uses the body so well. Just too much strength for Craig Stewart. Centre bounce, 8 points the margin. 2.5 minutes played. Final term. The Tigers got to come from behind. They've been playing behind all day. On the scoreboard at least. Williams trying to take it out of the middle. Eventually it's Peake who gets a hurried kick. Ill-directed, however, taken by Peart. Runs into trouble. Rawlings tries to tap it out towards Jepp. Successfully so. Back to Rawlings. Puts him under pressure. 1-2. He gets his short kick away. Picked up by Kane. Caught, however. Now the opportunity for Cole. Cole will goal, but he's brought it back.
He didn't goal anyway, Sandy.
Well, it's just as well for Geelong. Back it comes to the half-forward line. I think it will be Drum who'll take the kick. He was the player that should have picked it up anyway. So Damien Drum. Jackson calling for it in the square. Now he leads out. Jackson trying to draw the tall timber of Richmond away. It's unsuccessful. Into the pack he goes, tries to spread eagle it. Through he comes, but he's lost the football in the process. And Palm and Kane running out of defence. A long handball gets it up towards Francis, who goes back towards Kane, dangerously so, but he was under plenty of pressure. Over the head of O'Keefe it goes. Now back with David Palm. He goes, they handball from the back pocket down to the half-forward line, and still they have possession. Up towards centre half-forward goes Egan with a high kick. Welsh is there at the back, so too Taylor, but Welsh has given away the free kick, and a chance for the Cats to relieve this intense pressure.
Bernard Tui will take the ball out of the half-back line for Geelong. Favours the outer side of the ground. Lee and Mossop. Mossop in the front position taking a nice mark. So it's John Mossop.
Been a good battle, that one, Bob.
Yes, I think it's about square on the day, Sandy. As Mossop puts the ball up towards half-forward. Free kick going the way of Richmond. Actually penalised the side because it came straight off their hands, and Barry Rowlands now having to return the ball back to David Palm. So Palm of Richmond. Towards centre half-forward. It's a nice kick from David Palm. Roach up high, couldn't take the mark. It's picked up down by Wall. Down towards the forward area. Taylor from behind again. Can't take the mark. Over the top comes Taylor. A blind turn. He's given away a free kick, though, into the back of his opponent, and Paul Jeffries will take the free kick.
I think he knew it, too.
Jeffries going for the short pass to Whitcomb, but no, he must go back behind the mark. A little technical, I do believe, but the umpire has stopped play, then he must bring the player back. Jeffries this time comes to the members' side of the ground. Not a good-looking kick. Kane has the ball punched away there by Peake. Ania first on the scene. Can't keep the ball in play, and a throw-in to take place. Half-forward flank for the Tigers. Mossop against Roach. Reynoldsson comes over the top. The ball comes down to Williams, smothered off the boot of Bruns there. Comes out to Francis. Francis puts the ball down to the forward area. Jeffries coming out well in front. Couldn't take them up. Byrne under pressure. Almost picked up by Wall. But it's forced over the boundary line. And a throw-in to take place about 10 metres around from the behind post. Forward pocket for the Tigers.
6 minutes gone, final term. 8 points the margin. The Tigers have it in their attacking zone. They trail. Whitcomb held. No way could he get rid of that ball, and it will be a ball. 20 metres out from the Richmond zone. Roach gets a bad bounce. Oh! Peake goes to Welsh.
And he missed the set.
And he has put through a bottle. Unbelievable. 1 point only, 7 points the margin.
He rushed himself there, Sandy.
Yes, so it'll be Jeffries that'll bring it back into play. The high left foot torpedo punt. It's long. Lee gets up high. Colwyn over the top. Waiting down. The opportunity was there with Bruns. It's Jeff who picks it up, gives it to Ania, who can steady towards full forward. Now Taylor and Jeffries are there. Taylor's got front spot. They're both so busy buffing each other out of the way that the Geelong teammate is allowed through and comes away back towards his skipper in Michael Turner. The kick coming from Mark Boss. Ball held up, and we'll see a bounce. Richmond fans generally not happy today. But then again, they've been trailing on the scoreboard all day.
Freaks to three-quarter time, 18 to 19, Sandy.
So one wonders what the complaints are about. Bruns and Riol. Into Coley runs. Riol throws it out to Jeff. Up towards the half-forward line, and a great mark. Roach!
Could kick it from there, Sandy.
My word, he could. The man has struggled for some time to get back into form. But Michael Roach has the opportunity now of making the margin just 1 point. Hasn't goaled to date, but as Bob said, distance should not be a problem from here. Using the drop punt. He goes goalwards, and he makes no mistake. We've got a great game here at the MCG with 1 point the difference, favouring the Cats, 14-14 to 14-15.
We've seen a whole lot of champions in Australia. On Rank Arena, Australia's favourite.
To be a champion, you need the right sort of technological backup. Rank Arena are champions because for years they've had the experience and technology of NEC behind them. And now you'll find the NEC name right up there with Rank Arena, with new ideas like the high-resolution picture tube for superior contrast and colour. You know Rank Arena. Now get to know NEC.
It's another way to say our favourite colour TV.
My sandwich maker's so fresh, sandwich fillings just won't look at another white loaf.
Listen, sweetheart, could you handle a round or two?
Oh, sandwich maker, only with you.
See what I mean?
Okay, baby. How'd you like to slip between my slices?
Oh, sandwich maker, you are the fresh one.
So, if you want a white sandwich loaf that's really fresh...
Gotta be...
Home fried bread.
Fred?
It's fresh, all right.
You're about to witness an accident involving two Rating 2 drivers. This driver is insured with double AMI. This driver is with state insurance. After claiming, state will give her a worse rating and increase her premium over $54, even though she's innocent. The double AMI driver, his claim won't cost a cent, and he won't lose his rating. Double AMI, because the innocent shouldn't have to pay.
So call Amy on 607-9595.
Look, it's Super Toyota Man to help you get super deals at the Toyota Super Stock Take Sale.
Thank you, Super Toyota Man.
Look for a cashback deal of $800 on Corona, or $600 cashback on high-cab Corolla sedans and wagons. Fly into your nearest Toyota dealer for a super deal now. Cashback incentives end June 30.
Let me get you a Super Toyota deal.
The Sydney Swans will be there, the determined St Kilda will be there. You too can be there, live with 7 Sport as the Swans clash with the Saints in an all-out battle for supremacy. The heat's really on for the second quarter-final of the Sterling Cup. Live 8:30 Tuesday, exclusive to 7.
Same ruckman. Lee and Mossop have been there all day. Lee gets the ball down. Anea takes it. Gets the hand pass towards Egan. Egan under all sorts of pressure. Got the hand pass out this time. It's a hand pass again, but to nobody. O'Keefe puts it back for Geelong. Punched away by Peart. Good desperate football against Ablett, who is now at centre-half forward. Smothered again by Ablett. I'm getting confused here. It was a great effort by Peart. Comes back to Francis now. On to Strawn. Strawn trying to force it out. Jepp picks it up over the shoulder. In towards the centre. Lee in the front. Punched away by Mossop. It's taken now by Williams. The short kick forward. Tapped away by the little fellow in Palm. He goes after it again. Good play, Palms. He gets it up to Jepp. Too long, Jepp, but unfortunately gets a push in the back. Tim Jepp looked around instead of going straight for the gas, and now it's back with Tim Jepp.
From the half-back line, he drifts play in towards the centre. Lee in front of Mossop. The latter spoiled. Down to Williams. Gets a hurried left foot kick to the half-forward line, and the mark is taken by Drum.
Loose defence there by the Tigers.
Damien Drum, 30 metres out directly in front. A chance to put the Cats 7 points ahead. Almost 10 minutes played, final term. The youngster taking his time, very deliberate in his approach. Realising the importance of the kick. He's pulled it. He's coming back, but not enough, and 1 point only. He holds his head in English. 3 behinds to Damien Drum for the day, and the Cats lead by 2. They've hit the 100, 14-16 to 14-14, as Craig Stewart brings the ball back into play. He'll be looking for Peart, because Lee will do the shepherding work on Ossett. He does it well too, as Peart goes up towards Welsh on centre wing. As the player in Jepp going past, but Tui has holded that. He's given away the 15 metres, but he stopped the run. Welsh now long up towards the half-forward line. Egan within scoring distance, looking for 15, but you won't get it, Philip. In fact, he's lost it. The story being shepherding out, and so that's a bad one for the Richmond fans. Back towards the centre. Lee onto the defensive. Waiting down is Morgan. Gets a hurried kick, and it's a long kick there down towards full forward, but a good mark on that half-back line is taken by Land. It's centre half-back. 15 metres. Jackson running in front of Landy. Goes onto the left foot over the centre, looking for Lee. Pushes the ball down in front. Now here's danger for the Cats as Rollings is loose. He's got the player running. Dummies the handball. Will swing back onto that dangerous left foot. Long in towards full forward. Taylor waiting down. Goal! Kicked by Matthew Ball, his third. And the Tigers hit the front here at the MCG. 15-14 to 14-16. A great game of football on 7's big lead.
We'll watch the replay as Matthew Wall doing exactly what the small man should do as Jeffries taps it down. Wall reads it well, runs through, grabs it, and right in the goal line, puts it through for full points. Lee against Mossop, back in the centre. 4 points the margin, and the Tigers at half-time certainly didn't expect to be in this position right now as Mossop wins the tap, taken by Bright. Bright of Geelong now, gets the hand pass to Turner. Turner will give it over the top. No, he straightens up and goes goalward, and there's the answer. Turner puts Geelong back in front by 2 points.
What a game with Mick Turner kicking his fourth. It's been a fine captain's performance, but is it going to be enough?
But no matter how far or how wide I roam, I still call Australia. I still call Australia. Still call Australia home. From national.
Dawn breaks in the Scottish Highlands, and one of nature's wonders turns a hillside walk into an unforgettable experience.
Foster's lager, it's got the flavor that's taken it all around the world.
Foster's Lager. Ah.
When you're as tall as I am, you need a wagon with plenty of headroom and plenty of legroom. But nobody needs a wagon that guzzles gas. My Nissan Bluebird is very economical to run. It has a lot of space, a lot of energy, and a great sound system.
Bluebird's total balance of space and economy works for basketball or reg biddings, and it'll work for you. Bluebird wagons from only $9,910.
Yami Lester was 12 years old when atomic bombs exploded over his sacred tribal grounds. Now he is seeking compensation for the total blindness he believes was caused by radiation fallout. And there's the latest on land tax, one of the hottest issues facing John Cain. In sport, the press compares Sir Donald Bradman and Vivian Richards, with views from players who've seen both of them batting at their peak. Sunday's best paper, Sunday Press, out tomorrow.
Look out, Ian. The excitement's too much for some new Price is Right contestants.
Oh, you sit down and have a rest.
And don't forget our Disneyland Home Viewer competition. It's Australia's most exciting game show. The new Price is Right, Monday to Friday at 6 o'clock.
So the Geelong fans now up in arms, 15-14 to 15-16 as the Cats lead by 2 points. Back in the middle, 12 3/4 minutes played. Anir receiving, goes long, now Taylor using the body. Was it illegal? No. Roach comes to meet the football, so too does Byrne, who showed more aggression. Reynoldson gets it across to Tui, too slow, but he goes down to bottle it up once again. Williams comes away to Boss. Mark Boss's kick out wide towards Turner on the boundary line. That's the way it heads, and we see a throw-in to take place on centre wing as Flanagan prepares to come back onto the ground for the Cats.
104 to 106. 2 points in favour of Geelong. Mossop, not a clear tap. Boss couldn't get boot to ball. Williams desperately trying to get the ball out. Mark Lee there with him, and a bounce will take place. It wasn't Williams, it was Cole. Michael Cole. Ball goes towards that player. Cole, kick smothered off the boot by Wall. In underneath. Matthew Wall. No free kick forthcoming. As Barry Rowling says, well done to his young player. With John Mossop now. The bounce favours Lee. The big thump from Lee. Picked up by Roach. A high kick over the shoulder. Taylor nowhere near it though. And Welsh letting Jeffries know just what happens. Jeffries looks up. I think he might have blamed Wall. Welsh was the player. Taylor should have been out there competing. The kick from Jeffries finds Turner. Half-back flank. Michael Turner is off the side of the boot in towards the centre of the ground. Lee punches it away. Ania couldn't gain possession. Walsh taps the ball out. Lee dived in to try and regain it. Taps it back towards Ania in the centre of the ground. Ania puts it wide, hoping for Welsh. The ball bounces in front of Welsh. Can he win possession? He hangs on to Tui though. Gives away a free kick. and Bernard Toohey will take the resultant kick for Geelong.
So Toohey on the half-back line to put the Cats out of trouble and into attack. They haven't faltered as yet. To half-forward line, fisted down. Palm went straight through his hands. Hell was Landy too high. And in fact, Peart, and it will be Neil Peart, been very consistent, takes the free kick. Anir drops what he should have taken. Morgan makes the most of his opportunities. To the half-forward line. And an easy mark taken there by O'Keefe. Plays on straight away to Turner. He's booted 4. Here's a long kick to full forward. Pink is down there, but he's unable to take the mark, and 1 behind only. 3 points the margin. 104 plays 107, favouring the Cats. 15.5 minutes played. Final term, Stewart to the outer side where Palm has made position. But what's he got to kick to? Look up past Mark Lee. But too far over the line. But they've taken it from full-back to between centre and half-forward. And the Cats, after a mighty first half, look home for all money, but what a funny game it is. Richmond have somehow clawed their way back into the game and are now really making a fist of it. Egan, after a very quiet first half, to Anir, who ducks 1 tackle, puts it out wide to Peter Francis, who can steady on that right foot because Taylor's out on the long lead. There he is, but he waited for the bounce, so he'll be under pressure, and he's caught holding the ball.
Taylor should not have waited for the bounce, Sandy. He should have tried to mark that one, trying to take the easy way out, and it just does not work.
So Jeffries from the back pocket. Turner can't quite control it long enough. Anir nips in, gets the handle to Rioli, the wizard. Now he's got to prove some wizardry here. He gets a hurried kick across the half-forward line. No mark taken as the spoil is good. Out comes Anir's handball to Roach. Roach has it taken off the boot beautifully by Boss, but Rawlings has possession, goes with the left foot, and he's goal. They're ahead. What a game. Barry Rawlings injured as he took that kick, 16-14 to 15-17.
Rawlings coming through. In the Sevens big league, we see Barry Rawlings, a quick snap. He was under all sorts of pressure, and he really copped one after he put the ball forward. But a goal is all that matters. 110 to 107. Now it's Richmond by 3 points. Lee and Mossop. Neither player has been off the ball right throughout the day. Mossop wins the tap. Taken by Bruns. He lost it, but wins the free kick. Never runs from the centre of the ground. A long kick out wide, hoping for Flanagan. I think player's been held up. Yes, a 15-metre penalty brings Bruns down almost to the centre square line. Bruns is about 65 metres out from goal. And while this is going on, we find young Watt coming onto the ground for the first time in this game. Ron Watt replacing Michael Cole. Bruns puts the ball forward. No mark taken. Taken by Bright. Knocked away by Peart. Runs towards the boundary line. Still in play as we find David Palm.
No, I think it went over. David Palm won't appreciate that. But
and so did the photographer, Sandy.
he's gone to ground. David Palm never backward in coming forward. And the umpire saying, look, it did go out of bounds, as was the case. Palm took it over. So a throw-in to take place. Flanagan in ruck, front spot. Morgan trying to take it away, unable to do so. So the umpire comes in for a bounce. 18 3/4 minutes played, final term. Still anyone's game, a 3-point margin to the Tigers. But Geelong, to this stage, have been able to answer the challenge. Well, now they've got to do it this time. Anir puts it out wide. Walsh. Wall calling for it up on the half-forward line. Egan too, and it's Egan who takes it. Swings out of trouble once. Gets caught, but gets it across to Wall. Puts him under pressure, and he's caught. Loses it. Some good tackling, however. We'll see Richmond maintain possession in the middle through Rioli. He steamrolls his way through, or at least tries to, but the umpire pulls him up. Says Morris, I'll have a bounce, and the Richmond fans don't like it.
Yes, Egan playing on just at the wrong time, but can't blame him for that at this stage of the game, as we find Geelong's Boss putting the ball back towards the half-forward line. Peart coming from behind, can't quite reach the ball, and Gary Ablett in the front position takes an easy mark. Ablett now, 70 metres out from goal. A high kick, a lovely kick from Ablett, up towards the square, bounces, it's a goal! Magnificent kick from Gary Ablett.
Well, if that's what the Cats needed for a lift, they've got it through Gary Ablett.
And I'm very pleased, Gary Ablett it is. A great kick on replay. Over the top of Jackson and Stewart. Neither player touching the ball. A favourable bounce is through for full points, and it's Geelong 3 points in front.
110 plays 113, just over 20 minutes played. Final term. Kick for kick, goal for goal here at the MCG. Mossop and Lee. Won by the latter. No one able to take it out. Eventually picked up by Kane with a hurried kick to the half-forward line. Jeffries chanced his arm and showed courage. Got the favourable bounce. Goes to Williams on centre field. He goes wider to Peake, who's got Bruns running. Now the Cats starting to look the better side as Bruns picks it up, steadies, goes long in towards full forward. Flanagan is there. Jackson at the back. So too Ablett. He's kicked one. He's kicked another one. Gary Ablett's going to win this game for the Cats.
Sevens Big League is part of the 1984 Nissan VFL Premiership season.
Well, Geelong, in fact, did hang on to win the match by the margin of 12 points after leading at every change at quarter-time 22, half-time 32, and 8 points at three-quarter time. For Geelong, 3 players got 4 goals, Bright, Ablett and Turner. For Richmond, Taylor got 7 and Wall 3. Stats on the match, Geelong on top in the kicks and free kicks department, Richmond 9 more marks and 27 more handballs. Our man at the match was Stephen Phillips, and he filed this report.
The Cats' win over Richmond at the MCG was a triumph for the former Tigers coach Tommy Hafey and for some of the youngsters in whom he's placed his faith. After the game, Bobby Skilton asked second gamer Darren Morgan about his transition to league football.
And just what does league football feel like? It's a great feeling. It's hard as everyone knows. It's very hard football, but it's a great feeling to play in front of big crowds, and it's a good standard. It's what you aim for, really, all through your career.
Well, personally, that great start by Geelong was set alight in many respects by yourself personally. Do you like that run around the ground, you know, helping Neville runs out?
Yeah, I like to run. That's sort of my game. Is I'm not really a big or tough sort of player, so I've got to run really, and I do like changing with Bruns. He's a lot of help.
Well, the lead changed 4 times in the last quarter, and Richmond led 11-minute mark, I think, of the first quarter, and then midway through the last quarter, hit the front again. How did it feel at that stage?
Oh, I always knew we had it in us to win it. You know, we've known all along now we had a bad slump, but we've known we've had the side that can win, and we have got a good fighting side. You know, we fight it out, and I knew we'd fight it out, and I thought all along really that we had the chance, and we should have, you know, really won the game.
Dominant again for the Cats was Carlton reject Greg Williams. Again the question was asked, how could Carlton have let him go?
They thought I was too slow.
Well, I think pace or no pace, Greg Williams has shown everybody this year that he certainly isn't too slow. But today's game, did you think during that last quarter when the lead changed 4 times that you would come out on top?
I was a bit iffy a few stages there, Bob, but the team pulled together and come out with a fantastic win.
Geelong in a thriller at the MCG. We'll take a break. Sevens Big League continues in just a moment.
The latest from all the grounds with Scott Palmer. And Melbourne goes for 4 wins in a row against the Saints on Sevens Big League.
Good evening, Laurie Wilson in the 7 newsroom. In our 7 National News Bulletin earlier this evening, we carried a report that Playboy Playmate of the Year, Neeson, had been found dead in a hotel room in Perth, along with an 18-year-old youth. Late information now indicates the couple had checked into the hotel under false names, and there is some doubt as to the identity of the dead girl. We hope to have further details in 7 National News tomorrow night at 6.
After a hard day's work, nothing beats a long, cold Carlton draft. And he'll tell you he likes the kind of life he leads, and he's glad that he's bold. And he likes the taste of real draft beer when his time is old. And this man earns his pay twice over by putting first things first. There's nothing like a long cold beer to satisfy. If you want the taste of real drop beer, only Carlton Drop. When the taste you want or the taste you get is the taste that's right for you. 'Cause it's brewed with care and mellowed so, and the flavor's there, and don't you know, there's nothing beats a long cold Carlton Drop.
Nationals, no compromise. 8-hour video. Multiplies tape time without halving picture quality. Very professional.
If you own your own company fleet, you're probably buried in paperwork. Repayments, registration, insurance, purchase, stamp duty, servicing. A lot of your time and capital tied up in cars. With Budget Lease Management, we lease, maintain, and look after your fleet for you. So all you need do is just pay one monthly account. Budget Lease Management, giving you and your capital back to your business.
As Australia began to grow, so did the demand for Violet's delicious Violet Crumble, that true crumbling honeycomb in a delicious chocolatey coating. There was so much demand that... What?
Gold?
The craving for Violet Crumble led many early settlers astray. Sometimes it just has to be Violet Crumble.
Shortly, action from the game at Moorabbin this afternoon, but first of all, we take you up to the Sunday Press and say a very good evening to their sporting editor, Scott Palmer.
Good evening, Peter, and welcome back into the Sunday Press. They are still talking at the MCG about Gary Ablett's 70-metre goal and Tom Hafey about Geelong's greatest win for the season. He said Richmond traditionally wins close ones like today, but this time it was Geelong who showed the spirit in the dying moments. We're back on the right track, said Hafey. Richmond has worries, and the form of Captain Barry Rawlings is one of them. Mike Patterson said, you can't win a game in half a match. Our attitude at Richmond is just not right. He had a team meeting, and the words were pretty hotly spoken behind closed doors. Jim Jess is another worry for the Tigers. He badly injured an ankle and could be doubtful for next week. Is it the end for the big Swan Barry Round? The big bloke wasn't in the game at Essendon today, and questions will surely be asked this week. Coach Ricky Quaid said, if we drop him, who do we replace him with? Quaid said the Swans played better than last week. We had injuries and we met a really good side in Essendon. Kevin Sheedy was delighted with the first and second quarters today, the form of Walsh, and more particularly a clean bill from the injury list. He said he was now looking forward to the return of Foles, Clark, Hurd and Weston. Melbourne's Gerard Healy was reported for striking Phil Cronin of the Saints today, and Ron Barassi's mood darkened at Moorabbin. He said the Demons were 33% down on the previous week, and they'd have to keep their minds on the job if they were going to stay in the race for the 5. Also, Peter Moore has a burst blood vessel in his leg and could be doubtful for next week's match. And guess what? Robbie Flower played with greatly impaired vision today, and Barras said, I wish I'd have known about it, things might have been different. Tony Jewell, on that money question at Moorabbin, said, I've been paid and I'm happy, and a lot of players are too. We play for the jumper down here. They didn't do too well today, though, the Saints. All of our league talent scouts were either in Sydney today, where Victoria beat South Australia by 95 points in the Teal Cup, and we're in Adelaide, where West Australia got home by a point from South Australia. We need a few more of those players over here, Pete. Back to you.
Thank you, Scotty. Let's check the leading goal kickers now. Paul Salmon got a further 7 today, and he heads the table by 10 goals. Brian Taylor also 7, Tony Lockett 3, and Mark Jackson 2 goals. Action amongst the leaders on today's leading goal kickers. Well, even in their leaner years, St Kilda have never been an easy proposition at Moorabbin. But even after their successes in recent years, the vastly improved recent weeks, the vastly improved Melbourne side wouldn't have been taking them lightly this afternoon. The Demons had won their last 4 matches against the Saints, the latter not having had success against Melbourne since 1981. Both sides had been forced to make changes through injury, but welcome re-inclusions to both lineups were Darryl Cunningham and Greer Healy. At Moorabbin, our commentators are Jack Edwards and Peter McKenna, and we pick up play at the start of the third quarter.
On Sevens Big League, the game at Moorabbin between St Kilda and Melbourne as we go into the third quarter, the second half commencing now. Melbourne lead by 26 points over St Kilda. Side bottom, got a hand pass straight into the arms of the waiting teammate there, but it's been picked up by Healy and driven up towards Flower.
and a mark should have been played. The umpire calls play on. Cronin goes in. Beflower too elusive, picks up nicely, left puts it around the corner. He looks for Templeton's, going to bounce badly for that player. Coming out there to try and get the ball away is the full-back for St Kilda and Frawley. Now it's forced out of the pack. A chance for Cunningham. Jeff Cunningham coming down toward the half-forward zone. Teammate can't make it. It's been picked up by Grant and shot further down. And St Kilda now going into attack. The left foot kick comes off the boot of Foyster. Down toward Lockett, and Lockett nearly held it. He has a shot toward goal, smothered. Lockett can't get it. He looked for a hand pass back. He doesn't find that either. The hand pass comes out towards side bottom. He's in trouble. His hand pass comes back, and Melbourne through Zantuck can take the ball away. The hand pass comes over the top to Williams. Williams breaks the tackle, gets round on the right foot, delivers the ball up well, and the mark taken by O'Donnell.
Yeah, lovely pass there by David Williams to Kelly O'Donnell. The hand pass to Williams, who backed up beautifully over to John Fidge. He seems to do it in slow motion. John Fidge, as he kicks it high, he's looking up there to Templeton. Frawley from behind, the bounce of the ball will favour Cordner with great pace. He picks it up, he hooks it back at the goals, and that's a beautiful goal by David Cordner for his fourth.
Melbourne now get another goal lead over St Kilda. They led, as I told you, by 26 points at the half-time break. St Kilda on 4-6, 30 points, but Melbourne 9 goals, 8, 62 points on Sevens Big League. There was a great piece of football there by Cordner, Peter. That's his fourth goal.
Well, as we said earlier, terrific effort at centre-half forward. Cowie is playing there at the moment. Jeff Cunningham had a brief spell there, but Cordner is a greatly improved player, has really come of age in the past few weeks.
That goal coming up in 2 minutes of the third term after St Kilda looked like getting a goal earlier. Melbourne came back to get that goal through Cordner. Tapped down by Moore, taken by Greg Healy, given over now, and Tossel's a hand pass to Gerard Healy. Gerard Healy straightens up, shoots toward goal. It could be another one. Yes, good piece of teamwork by Melbourne, right from the centre. The ball got out and finished up with Gerard Healy, who puts it through for his first goal. So Melbourne taking a firm grip on the game very early in the third term. Melbourne 10 goals, 8, 68, have a 38-point lead over St Kilda on 4-6-30.
Lovely football by Melbourne, beautiful team football from the centre of the ground, and beautifully executed kick by Gerard Healy, but we come to expect that of him because he is a great kick for goal, and that's exactly what St Kilda didn't want at the start of this third quarter. 2 quick goals by the Demons, and it will take a great effort by the young St Kilda side to get back into this match.
By the way, Gerard Healy was reported in the second term for striking Cronin. Well, that's how we read it from up here. Tapped down by side bottom. Healy tried to get it to Healy, but it doesn't come out. And they get a hand pass out. There's another chance here. Looks like O'Donnell, he can't get it out yet. Now it's been hurried out of the pack up toward the half-forward zone, been shot up by Healy. Chance for Thorne. Hand pass comes over. Tapped down to Gerard Healy. The left foot shot will be from the boundary. No, he straightens up, shoots with the right foot. That's another great goal, kicked by Gerard Healy. So 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes, and Healy has certainly put Melbourne on the road to victory. Melbourne 11 goals, 8, 74 points. St Kilda 4 goals, 6, 30 points on Sevens Big League. Well, they've taken control, Peter.
Well, that was a sign of class too by Gerard Healy as he was going to fire it on the left foot. He just ducked back onto the right and casually popped it through. A lovely goal by Gerard Healy, and a tremendous start. They're really fired up. Melbourne, as we see Giles stride back onto the ground after being off for about approximately 2 minutes of this quarter. I don't know what he was off for, but 3 or 4 minutes he was off. In fact, there's Peter Moore getting the ball down to the ground, grabbed there by Ick. Ick has the ball smothered, it's grabbed by Paul Morwood, centre of the ground, gets the kick in, out wide towards half forward. The high flyers are there. That's a lovely mark over the back, and this is one of the young St Kilda newcomers in David Grant.
Grant will be looking for Lockett. Lockett leads. The kick by Grant might not quite carry. Yes, it does. Lockett got there. Had to barge his way through a pack of players, but he got there to take the mark. Now, the kicking distance he is about 45 metres out. Where he will kick will be about 50 metres. The breeze will be in his face slightly. Lockett has kicked 2 goals out of the St Kilda total of 4 goals, 6. So Tony Lockett leading straight up the ground on that occasion. Studying concentration. It'll take a good kick. Smith on the mark, trying to put him off as he's yelling out to him as Lockett comes in. Off the boot, it looks good. No one behind.
Just offline. Bad luck to Tony Lockett. He's kicked, is that 2-3 or 2-4? 2-4 in fact, and unfortunately for him, they just cannot get the ball down to him quickly enough or often enough. And you know, top side, I think he would be a certain 100-goal kicker. As there's a beautiful kick by Stephen Smith to the centre of the ground. That could be a mark. No, didn't grab it on the second bite. Alan Johnson on the left foot, down towards half forward. Cowie dropped the mark. Cordner cleverly out to Greg Healy. Healy keeps the ball in front of him, gets in the hand pass to Fidge. Fidge lines up, gives the hand pass to O'Donnell. O'Donnell fires, and he's hooked, and he could have given it across. He's now going to receive a free kick. The ball will be brought back here because he was down after he kicked it, and this kick will be taken by O'Donnell about 25 metres out directly in front, so this should be another goal to Melbourne, Jack.
Well, it should be. He shouldn't miss. He's had one attempt now. It was a hook kick he put in to try and get the goal. The player was coming in and made him kick very hurriedly. But this time, the man on the mark is stationary, and Kelly O'Donnell put it up high. By gee, he's going close to missing, but the umpire said he's got it. Ran right across, and another goal to Melbourne. So Melbourne in the third term taking control. We've only been playing just over 6 minutes now, and Melbourne have moved their score to 12 goals, 80 points. St Kilda 4-7-31.
Well,
Melbourne have kicked 4 goals straight in this term, Peter, in only 6.5 minutes of football.
Well, that's a great effort by Melbourne. 4 goals in 6.5 minutes, and it's been good team football. They back up there. A pretty quick side, Melbourne. They're not over tall, but Moore's setting a good example at the centre bounce. Not so much as far as marking today, but he gets the ball round the ground. And side bottoms battling hard too, as we see them going to contest against each other here. Not a decisive hit out.
And his third go at it.
Well, gee, Barker nearly gets his head ripped off there. Side bottom coming in to lend a hand. Got to be careful doing that. You could often have the ball taken off you for that. Now Barker, who, geez, got a crowded forward line. Lockett against 3 Melbourne players. Peter Moore goes up and takes the mark in front of the pack.
Couldn't see much point in Lockett leading out from that position, Pete. And now the hand pass comes across to Giles, who drives up toward the wing. Cordner's there and takes the mark on the wing position on the outer side. Now Cordner should move the ball quickly before the forward line becomes too congested. Drives it into the half-forward zone. Going to be a chance for Templeton, but can't take it. Frawley got the ball to turf. Keel got ridden into the ground. The umpire calls play on. Going in after it is Jeff Cunningham. Leaves it behind. A chance for Thorne. He gets caught. Got legged, really. The umpire called play on. Picked up and kicked now by Tomei. Down toward the wing position. And there is a chance for side bottom to get it moving with a hand pass to Odgers.
Gary Odgers from centre wing. A look down there for Lockett. No, the ball dropped short, and this is young Lane, I think, has come on the ground. Greg Lane. Now, Lockett's one out. He should get it down to him quickly. He's going to elect to go back and have a shot, I think. Lockett made the lead. Now he has to duck back and into the breeze. This could be a doubt about the distance. Let's see what he does. Keeps it low, and no way known he'd make the distance from there. He should have got it down quickly to Lockett. Now, this is a free kick for deliberately out of bounds, I would think, is going to be paid against Stephen Smith. Or was it Zantucker who was the player who knocked it out? But it doesn't matter anyway, because Lockett's taking this one from
Could nearly give him 15 metres then,
yes,
too.
Maybe it could have been, too. That would have taken him right to the point of the goal. So Lockett is going to actually kick this one from almost outside the boundary line, Jack.
Well, he'll have to bend it quite a bit.
There he is, nearly in the crowd, Tony Lockett.
I doubt if we'll be able to see much daylight between the posts.
Let's see if he goes for the banana kick. I don't think he is. I think he's going for the drop punt. It'd be a beautiful kick from there as he stabs at the ball across the face of goal, and it's a mark. And it's been taken by side bottom. Plays on, cleverly done.
No, the umpire won't permit it because he was in front of his mark. Now, that's right. The decision's right. I can't argue against that decision because he's quite right.
Got to go back over his mark.
Yeah, side bottom took the mark, but then he was a step in front of his mark and then played on. So the umpire
if he took the mark, how could he be a step in front?
Well, he'd taken the mark and moved forward.
Did he move forward or not?
Forward, yes. The umpire's quite right.
Well, the decision's right if he was in front of the mark, but the question is, was he in front of the mark?
That's very good umpire.
Well, that's umpire. That's Chris Mitchell,
yes, umpire,
young umpire. Now, here he is having another go. Side bottom, kicks it, and I think he might have put it through anyway. He has.
Well, thank God he did, because St Kilda needed that. Melbourne 12-8-80, St Kilda 5-7-37 on Sevens Big League.
Well, that was an interesting one. I agree with you, Jack, that the umpire was right, providing that he had not played on. Providing the fact that he'd moved forward
when he took the mark, he moved forward in taking the mark.
You were watching that closely,
were you, Jack? Yeah, I was. and then he pushed the fella away and played on. But anyhow, let's get back to the centre.
It was an interesting one.
Side bottom got his goal, and as I said, St Kilda needed it. Side bottom got the tap down too. Strong work by Burns, gets the ball moving to the half-forward zone. Going to be a bad bounce for all and sundry. Another charge for Barker. Lockett's out of position, so Barker has to go toward goal. He hand passes over to Tomei. The left foot shot is on its way, but I think he's off target. Only one behind.
Oh, gee, that would have been a handy one. It would have lifted the Saints if Tomei could have kicked that one.
They need a few more, Pete, because 80 playing 39.
Only Westpac brings you Advantage Saver, the savings account that gives you all the advantages of the world's first national electronic banking system. Advantages like access to your money at more times and in more places, high interest, automatic payment of your regular bills, and it gives you the card. Advantage Saver, the savings account from Westpac, the bank.
Mitsubishi introduced a totally new experience, the Nimbus. It's unlike any car you've ever seen. With dozens of different seating combinations, it has the versatility of a van, the extra space of a wagon, and the convenience of a bus. Combine all this with the performance of a sedan, and you get a car so advanced, it's not one car, it's 4 cars in one. New Nimbus. It's another Mitsubishi.
Hello. I want to tell you about a wonderful product that's going to help you sleep better. It's called the Wool Rest Sleeper. It's 100% pure wool, and that includes the backing, so soft and beautifully snug to sleep on. I've got a bad back, and Wool Rest certainly helps me sleep better. Test one on your bed for 21 nights, and we'll guarantee you a better night's sleep or give you your money back. Truly a unique offer.
The genuine Wool Rest Sleeper, now available from these selected stores.
For more information, call me on the Wool Rest Better Sleep line.
Tonight on Bergerac, the rich hold a yacht-warming party. But who's been party to murder? Or was it accidental death? The key witness in Jim's investigation is in a critical condition. Be there tonight at 9:30 with Bergerac.
39.
They do, and Melbourne well on top at the moment. Stephen Smith from full-back, going the big talk down the ground, side bottom. Oh, he's playing a good game, side bottom. I'm very impressed with him today.
He was up and down before he took that.
He was. He got that one on the way down as he goes wide. Zantuck in front, Lockett can't take the mark. Stephen Smith ridden into the ground, and he'll receive the free kick. The umpire, in fact, in the end, paying it for holding the man.
Yes, he said he wasn't in possession of the ball when tackled. Stephen Smith going short. Zantuck's made position, can play on. He does so hurriedly, gets the ball moving off the left boot, drives up to Cordner, who got a nudge out by Cowie. Another chance for Favier, but the umpire said a free kick to Cordner, and Melbourne getting the advantage of playing in front now. They're picking up the free kicks. The lead should be by Templeton, but staying now in the goal square, letting Cordner kick long. Templeton getting the drop on Frawley. Up they go, no mark taken. That comes to turf, Melbourne's chance. The umpire calls play on, and it's forced through for touch for 1 point.
Oh, Drew Burns. And once again, Burns is down in the back pocket. So claiming he touched it. Gee, covers some territory, but it's a point to Melbourne. Melbourne will just wait for the scoreboard attendant. 12-9. St Kilda 5-8 has received Fabier. About to kick it into play out wide. He's got Fascini to take an easy mark if he wants to, and he does that. Flower, I don't think, is 100% fit because he's playing in the forward pocket. Fascini breaks away. He runs up towards centre wing. He kicks it wide. Icker's there. Oh, he flies, Stephen Ick, and takes a beautiful mark and gives it to Rodney Wright.
He plays on quickly. Oh, the wing position's very open over there. Another chance for Melbourne now is picked up by Thorne, who goes up towards the full forward zone. Well played, Jeff Cunningham. Got tackled by Fidge, got rid of the ball quick though. Hand pass comes out from Cowie, taken by Amore. Amore on the half-back flank. Goes into the wing position. The kick not a good one. Favours Yates. Yates now getting a hand pass around to Ick. Ick now moving it on. And Williams playing well for Melbourne, getting a hand pass to O'Donnell. O'Donnell from toward half forward, kicking high. There's a chance for the high flyers now. Frawley in front. Could have got the free kick, not the mark. It's been tapped out. Melbourne's chance. The shot at goal comes off the boot of Bailey, and it's just missed it.
Oh, gee, young Bailey, a good effort as he snapped at the goals. And just offline. So another point to Melbourne. They are dominating the game. They are far too good at the moment for St Kilda. 12-10 to 5-8. But the Saints are trying very, very hard. They're certainly not giving it. Oh, gee, was a mile over the line there when he took that kick, the fullback. towards the boundary line it goes. In they go hard after the football. Fabian gets it out. Keel. Johnson for Melbourne. Gets it back to Williams. Williams onto the left foot, hooks it back towards centre half forward. Two Melbourne players look at each other and leave it to each other. No one takes the mark. In goes Peter Moore. He gets bundled out of the way. Bailey also. Oh, beautiful football that was by side bottom, and a very impressive display. The Barker in the centre of the ground.
About to play on, looking for the lead by Lockett. Lockett out in front of Smith. Smith thumps the ground, right. Taps it back towards Smith, and Melbourne can get away now from their half-back flank area. They drive up to the wing position. Oh, here's a chance now. It's like Little Yates. Oh, picked up, well trapped now. That has been driven down by Hodges. Little chance now. Is it Bill Grant, is it? No, Lane getting the ball moving down to the half-forward zone where the mark has been taken down in that position by the player. I got confused with Grant. Grant can take a shot at goal, but he's out of fair way because the breeze is in his face. He's about 45 metres out, and the man on the mark, Zantuck, has gone marked his spot.
I think he is a little bit closer this time, though. He should make the distance, Jack.
Well, it's just about there. The umpire said it's drifted away. So that breeze is pushing that ball away. Only one behind resulting for St Kilda.
Well, Melbourne getting off to a rather slow start, only leading by 2 points at quarter time. They increased that to 26 at half time, 51 at three-quarter time, and ran out victors by 36 points. For Melbourne, Cordner finished up with 5 goals, and for St Kilda, their major goal kickers, Lockett and Tomei, both with 3 goals. Footy bet this afternoon, 3 dividends, and it came out like this. You required Essendon selection $7 and $4.10, Geelong selection $14 and $7.60, and Melbourne selection 18, returning $5.50. You're watching Sevens Big League. We'll take a break. Back with some highlights of the interstate clash in Adelaide in just a moment.
Priority check-in. Priority baggage. Flight deck club. Economy that feels more than economy. The only business class in Australia. First class luxury and legroom. The special care and attention, which is perhaps why more people fly TAA. And why TAA is Australia's leading airline. Fly number 1. Fly TAA, the friendly way.
You can get it riding. You can get it sliding. You can feel it coming on about 4. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. Vic Bitter. You can get it walking. You can get it talking. You can get it working a plow. Matter of fact, I got it now. Victoria Bitter.
From Mitsubishi comes the 4-wheel drive fleet, bred to meet whatever awaits on the open terrain. Express utility with muscle to match the man on the land. Mitsubishi 4-wheel drive wagon, fulfilling the dream of off-road luxury.
And now, introducing the new Pajero Super Wagon for a drive more adventurous than ever.
It's a range of vehicles featuring Mitsubishi's advanced 4-wheel drive technology.
It's another Mitsubishi first.
You're about to witness an accident involving 2 Rating 2 drivers. This driver is insured with double AMI. This driver is with state insurance. After claiming, state will give her a worse rating and increase her premium over $54, even though she's innocent. The double AMI driver, his claim won't cost a cent, and he won't lose his rating. Double AMI, because the innocent shouldn't have to pay.
So call Amy on 607-9595.
Tonight on The Professionals, an assassination in the diplomatic world, and there's more trouble on the way. Bodie and Doyle lose the killer by assassination. Who's the next candidate for murder? The Professionals, tonight at 8:30. Be there.
26,500 people went to Football Park in Adelaide this afternoon to see the State of Origin clash between Western Australia and South Australia. There wasn't much between the two sides right throughout the afternoon, and at the end there was only a kick in it. Let's see some highlights now from Football Park.
Aitken, the left foot back in towards full forward, coming to meet at his heart. He's got it on the chest, 35 metres out. Hardy wants it. Into the open goal go WA. Could not miss if he broke his leg.
9 kicks Marshall. Through Carter.
Picking up Ace, lines it up, kicks truly. South Australia got one they wanted. Roberts behind his immediate opponent, Wilkinson, taken off hands by Painter. Michael Ace, Bradley, put this one down. Only just. Western Australia go into attack through Don Langsford. Kicks in on open space. Here's a chance, Bazasto. He'll kick a goal this time. Couldn't possibly miss.
Well done. Quickly it was over now. The running player is Hart through the half-forward line. Has a bounce. Redden won't get him. Puts it in the air with a chance, and that's home.
Motley, Warhurst. Not a good handball. That missed McIntosh. He went straight through the Western Australian player there in Peniza. Through it goes to Painter. Over it goes to Nayley. He lines them up. Through it goes. Must be very close to the siren. Scores a level at Football Park. Mick Redden. Rhett Baines trying to get it clear is Nayley for South Australia. He's conceding ground though. In goes Bazasto. Great handball. A score could be coming up. The siren's gone.
The draw.
The end of the game here at Football Park. It's a draw.
No, he's counting the point, Peter. What a controversial finish. The siren actually went before the player kicked the ball. The umpire did not hear the siren, and he has paid that point to WA. Look at the unbelievable excitement on the WA side. Umpire Laurie Argent let the point stand. And Western Australia have come from behind to grab unbelievable victory. 14-14 to South Australia's 14 goals 13.
So South Australia this year losing 2 interstate games by less than a goal. Bazasto got 3 goals for Western Australia. He told us earlier in the show he won't be coming to Melbourne for the remainder of the season. For South Australia, Aish and Kernahan each got 3 goals. Back home, let's check the league ladder now as it stands after today's 3 matches, the remaining 3 games to complete the round, the halfway stage of the season to be played on Monday. Essendon clear leaders with 36 points.
And we played it hard and tough.